Most people believe strength is shown in how quickly they react. They think being loud, defending themselves instantly, or responding to every situation proves confidence. But if you look closely, you'll see something different. The people who react the most are often the ones with the least control. Their emotions lead, and they follow. The art of not reacting is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It is quiet, often unnoticed, but deeply transformative. It allows you to stay calm in situations that would normally shake you. It gives you clarity when others are overwhelmed. And most importantly, it puts you back in control of your own mind. When something happens, your first impulse is usually emotional. Someone says something you don't like, and you feel anger. Something doesn't go your way, and you feel frustration. You are ignored, and you feel hurt. These reactions are natural, but they are not commands. They are signals. Most people mistake them for instructions and act immediately, without thinking. Stoic wisdom teaches something different. It teaches that between what happens and how you respond, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom. In that space lies your power. When you learn to pause in that moment instead of reacting instantly, everything begins to change. Imagine someone insults you. The automatic reaction is to defend yourself, to argue, or to respond with equal force. But when you pause, you give yourself the chance to see the situation clearly. You begin to realize that their words do not define you. You start to see that reacting will not improve anything. In fact, it will likely make things worse. By choosing not to react, you are not being weak. You are choosing strength. You are deciding that your peace is more important than winning an argument. You are deciding that your energy is too valuable to waste on things that do not truly matter. Many people react because they feel the need to prove themselves. They want to be seen as right, respected, or superior. But the need to constantly prove yourself comes from insecurity. When you are truly confident, you don't feel the need to respond to everything. You don't feel threatened by every opinion or every comment. Not reacting does not mean you accept everything or allow people to walk over you. It means you choose your responses wisely. It means you act with intention instead of impulse. There is a difference between responding and reacting. Reacting is immediate, emotional, and often careless. Responding is thoughtful, controlled, and purposeful. When you practice not reacting, you begin to see how often people are controlled by their emotions. You notice how quickly others lose their temper, how easily they are triggered, how their mood changes based on external events. And at the same time, you begin to separate yourself from that pattern. You start to feel a sense of calm that is not dependent on what is happening around you. You realize that you don't have to be pulled into every situation. You don't have to match other people's energy. You don't have to engage in every conflict. This is where true emotional strength begins. It is not about suppressing your feelings. It is about understanding them. When you feel anger, you acknowledge it, but you don't let it control your actions. When you feel frustration, you observe it, but you don't allow it to dictate your behavior. Over time, this practice builds discipline. You become less reactive, more patient, and more aware. You begin to notice your triggers and understand why certain things affect you. This awareness gives you the ability to change how you respond. One of the reasons people react so quickly is because they take things personally. They assume that everything others say or do is about them. But in reality, most people are acting based on their own emotions, their own problems, and their own perspectives. When someone is rude, it often reflects their internal state, not your value. When you understand this, it becomes easier not to react. You stop seeing every negative interaction as a personal attack. You start to see it as something external, something that does not need to disturb your inner peace. Another important aspect of not reacting is learning to accept what you cannot control. There are many things in life that will not go the way you want. People will disappoint you. Situations will not always be fair. Unexpected problems will arise. If you react emotionally to every one of these situations, you will constantly feel stressed and overwhelmed. But when you accept that some things are outside your control, you stop fighting reality. You stop wasting energy on things you cannot change. Instead, you focus on what you can control, which is your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. This shift in focus changes everything. You become more stable, more grounded, and less affected by external circumstances. You begin to realize that your peace does not have to depend on what happens around you. There is also a quiet confidence that comes with not reacting. When you are not easily provoked, people notice. When you remain calm in situations where others lose control, it stands out. It shows that you have discipline, that you have self-control, that you are not easily influenced. This kind of presence is powerful. It doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to prove itself. It speaks through actions, through calmness, through control. Not reacting also protects your energy. Every time you engage in unnecessary conflict, every time you argue, every time you respond emotionally, you are using up energy that could be spent on something more meaningful. Your time and your attention are valuable. When you stop reacting to everything, you become more selective about where you invest that energy. You begin to focus more on your goals, your growth, and your purpose. You stop getting distracted by things that don't contribute to your life. This creates a sense of clarity and direction. Practicing this art is not always easy. There will be moments when you feel the urge to react strongly. There will be situations that test your patience. But each time you choose not to react, you are strengthening your mind. You are building a habit of control. Over time, this becomes natural. What once felt difficult becomes automatic. You no longer have to force yourself to stay calm. It becomes your default state. You start to experience life differently. Challenges no longer feel overwhelming. Conflicts no longer feel threatening. You move through situations with a sense of control and confidence. The art of not reacting is not about avoiding life. It is about engaging with life in a smarter, more controlled way. It is about choosing how you show up in every situation. It is about deciding that your peace, your clarity, and your control are more important than temporary emotions. When you master this, you gain something that most people never achieve. You gain control over yourself. And when you have control over yourself, very little in the world can disturb you. So the next time something triggers you, remember this. You have a choice. You can react without thinking, or you can pause and take control. That moment of pause is where your strength lies. That moment is where you decide who you want to be. Choose calm. Choose control. Choose not to react. And if this message helped you see things differently, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful and exciting Stoic content that will help you grow stronger every day.